I like to address the fact that I don't think it's appropriate for me to go to Ronnie the Limo driver's wedding that he so graciously invited me to. Him and Stephanie getting married in Vegas, as that's where they live now. I think almost all of Howard's family is kind of dispersed. I think Gary lives in Florida now, and I think Fred still lives maybe Fred lives in Connecticut. I think Robin and Howard still have their places, with Howard having one in Florida, and two, he's got a Fifth Avenue apartment, and then he's got a Hamptons, that's his New York stuff. And so on, I think he stays in the city through the week, and then like on, whatever, I don't know what his schedule is, but then he spends as much time as he can at the Hamptons, and the only time that he actually stays in the city in his Fifth Avenue penthouse is when he has to do the show.
I thought he lives in Florida.
Well, he does. He has a place here.
I thought he broadcasts from Florida.
He does when he's here.
Oh, okay.
But he goes up there for the summer for the most part.
Gotcha.
And and everybody dispersed, and Ronnie was allowed, and they zoom Ronnie in from Vegas. So Ronnie's still on the show and still part of the show. Obviously, he can't drive for Howard anymore because
he's in Vegas.
He lives in Vegas. Maybe he has I think Ronnie always owned a security company in itself. Like there was. Not Ronnie. There a couple times. There are times that one of Ronnie's guys might be driving Howard.
Right.
I think he said he assigned him his new people.
Right. Yeah, but I think Ronnie owns the company.
Oh, nice.
I think Ronnie owns the company, and Howard pays the company. So I think again, I don't know. I'm just speculating, but I think that might how it goes down. So anyway, Ronnie invites me to his wedding that's happening in October, about a month from now. And I just was so honored and taken back that Ronnie Ronnie and I are really true friends. I really, really, really like of all. I'm closest to Ronnie of everybody on the show,
mm-hmm.
and I'm very close to Howard too. We communicate back and forth. In fact, we had 2 email exchanges last week. Howard and I did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
Just as late as last week. So we keep in touch. I don't call him or bug him. I try to stay off his radar.
Sure.
And he knows how much I appreciate him. And he knows anytime that I can defend him, I will. People know, people say things about Howard, how he's changed and all that. Well, that's fine. That can be your opinion of him. But
I think he would agree.
I can't listen to Howard's show, so I can't give you an opinion of a show. I only catch bits and pieces of it because I'm on during the same time. And I very rarely drive long distances. I don't have a long commute or nothing. Mm-hmm. So I very, very am rarely exposed to the radio. And so I don't get a chance to listen to Howard. I wish. And in the times that I do, I can see that he's changed a little bit. He seems a little paranoid over this COVID deal.
Well, he's even admitted that he wanted to change.
Yeah, exactly. But I am so appreciative, and I love him, and I wouldn't be in my position where I am today to be able to have a global audience, just a little percentage of people that stuck around on the platform and stage that he gave me. That in itself, his generosity in allowing me to be part of Howard 101 from 2006 to 2012, because of that gift he gave me, is why we're all able to broadcast and still be in radio. We couldn't survive off of just terrestrial radio. Streaming is a large portion of our business, and we're only streaming because we have a brand, and we have a brand globally because of the stage that Howard gave us. Now, it's only a smattering and a small percentage of what we used to gather and garner and have when we were on satellite. But listen, just the hanger-oners that have that have hung on and continue to follow us allow us to make to at least stay employed. As we're not out selling cars, or I don't know what the hell I'd be doing. I'm very good friends with Ronnie, and even though Ronnie, I think Ronnie might need to give me a pass on this because he was disruptive at my wedding.
Just a bit.
Yeah. So, you know what? I didn't even think of that angle, Lummy, but I'm thinking, you know what, Ronnie? I know you're going to be mad at me, and I know that it's not cool to cancel.
Like 3 weeks before.
3 weeks before, but I think that I'm still kind of in that sweet spot that I'm not 1 week before is not like, I mean, honestly, I probably am 2 weeks late on the announcement, but I'm still almost a month out.
Yeah, it's not like the day before.
Right. And I am a month out. I'm exactly a month out.
If I were you, I'm in that spot where it's like, okay, do I just not say anything and then the day before be like, I have AIDS and I can't go?
No, I
have COVID, I can't go.
That would be a lie.
Well,
I'd rather be honest.
If you haven't been, you're not open to telling lies. Let's be real. We all lie. I lie every day of my life.
Okay, we all lie.
When I say things, I don't mean them. I lie.
Thank you.
Okay,
great sounder.
All right, so everybody shut up.
Sorry.
I figured I'd just do it right here on the air. So because there's a lot of people asking me about it, and because I kind of mentioned it a few days ago that I don't think I'm going to be going to Ronnie's wedding, which might have been a mistake in itself. But the show is so transparent that sometimes things leak out that I don't, and then I have to try to put out the dumpster fire.
Okay.
So I let this out. I probably shouldn't have, and I'm now gonna try to give you my explanation as to why I'm not going to go to Ronnie's, why I think me going to Ronnie's wedding was a bad idea.
Okay.
I'd love to go. I want to go. All
right, so what is it?
Maybe Ronnie will reach out to me and say, well, don't feel that way because of, maybe Ronnie can help me
navigate through it.
Maybe,
did you cancel
right
your
now,
flights?
Maybe right now it's a hard no. No, I haven't canceled my flight.
All right, so it's still potentially on.
But, maybe it's a hard no the way I'm interpreting it, but maybe Ronnie knows more information than I know and would, be able to say, no. Don't even worry about that because, whatever. So, listen, I have, there's a person in Tampa, Florida who has absolutely just been, one of the most disruptive figures in my life.
Ooh, can I guess?
Yes, go ahead.
Mike Calta?
Yes. Okay. Mike Calta.
Can I get a ding ding?
No,
please.
Just shut up. You were right. It was a no-brainer. Everybody knew who it was going to be. You just chimed in because you wanted to win something. Because you don't win nothing because you're a loser.
Hey, that hurts.
Probably rolled around yesterday and got tapped out 2 or 3 times by a white belt.
False.
Yeah. Boy, if that had happened, you'd even be more of a basket case.
That happened to me a couple weeks ago where I was kind of trying, and then she caught me, and then I was really trying, and then it was too late.
Sorry for asking.
Sorry.
So maybe Ronnie will have some information for me that will change my mind. And I'm not trying to make that sound like I'm all that. It's all about me. But no, instead it's about not being putting people in an uncomfortable situation, including myself. I don't want to be in an uncomfortable situation.
All right, so what is it?
So Mike Calta, which I have no unearthly idea how Howard's agent, Don Buchwald, would ever approve of some guy like Mike Calta being on his roster. But Mike Calta is represented by the Don Buchwald agency, and all of Ronnie's, everybody out there, from Ronnie to Gary to
Iggy McGillicuddy, $500 super chat.
Damn, Iggy, slow it down, cuz.
Scores man got a tattoo.
Oh my God!
Love you, Iggy. 500. Oh my God! Out of nowhere, and that goes to next year's total.
Yes.
Thank you,
like
Iggy.
A quarter way there.
Iggy's already 500 on next year. Iggy's only 19 down.
Woo.
Love you, Igg. See you soon. So a lot of Gary and just I don't know about Sal and Richard, but maybe even Ronnie himself are all represented by the Don Buchwald Association or whatever the hell agency, the Don DBA, and specifically by a guy that's in charge of the radio division of DBA named Tony Burton.
Tony Burton's going?
And I don't know that Tony Burton is going to be there, but they're all represented by him.
Ooh, that would be very awkward.
So you didn't really know the truth.
No, I did. I had forgotten.
But you knew the truth, but you didn't know the finite. It's even more finite. It's not as just,
I didn't know Tony Burton. There's a potential that he was going to be there.
Well, he may not be there.
But he may be there.
And he might be there.
So why don't you talk to Ronnie about it?
Well, but even if Tony's not there, there's going to be people that are represented, very close people that I'd like to, be cool with, that are, and I just can't be cool with anybody.
Like, what would you do?
No,
No, that's the whole point. He doesn't want to go because he won't do anything, confront anybody.
I don't want to go up to Gary and say, you know what, Gary, do you have any idea what the hell your agent has done to me? Do you have any idea? And if you were truly my friend, you'd have a problem with it, but you seem to not care. So, you don't
think you'd be able to go and not have a confrontation?
No, I think I could go and not have a confrontation. I think I would go and be uncomfortable, though.
All right, that's fair.
I mean, like, I can't just roll up to the people I want to talk to and we just kick it up from back when we used to work together. There's a lot of things that have transpired at the hands of Tony Burton.
Sure.
This guy, you got to understand what I'm saying.
I totally understand. And if you don't want to go, I think that'd be wise.
And so that's the reason why. Tony Burton represents Mike Calta. He's down here once a month going to various Calta events. He's on.
Oh, I've met him. I know.
He's on Mike Calta's show. He travels to Tampa a lot. Mike Calta's his big client, one of his big clients, but he also represents, Gary, and he might represent Ronnie.
He told me I was going to be done in 3 months.
And it's all over. It's all under the umbrella of the bigger agency, which is Don Buchwald and Associates. And at the end of the day, Don Buchwald and Associates and Tony Burton were all part of the sex tape litigation, which ruined my life. So
can I ask a follow-up question?
Yeah.
Can you get a refund on your flight?
Yes, I can.
Because otherwise, I'd be like, just go to Vegas and don't go to the wedding.
Yes, I can, because you know why?
Why?
We were using the vouchers that Southwest gave us to begin with.
So you just revoucher the voucher.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And I've already checked on that. So that's the reason, and
I think Ronnie would understand.
And more importantly, Ronnie, it's not because I want to be, a prima donna or cause you any problems or I love you. Like, you're one of my best friends. It's more like out of respect to you and your lovely soon-to-be wife. I don't want to be disruptive.
You don't want to have like a world star moment.
Or I don't want to be disruptive, or more importantly, I don't want to be a distraction. I don't want
Even though Ronnie was a distraction at your wedding.
Even though Ronnie distracted my wedding, I'll give him that. And that should be somewhat figured into him being not upset with me and understanding. That I'm not doing this necessarily for me. I'm kind of trying to do it out of respect to you.
That's fair.
So, because deep down, I want to go. Deep down, I want to see my boy Ronnie. Deep down, I want to be live in Vegas. Let me on Facebook. I mean, that'd be great content.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look how much content I got just on being on vacation in Indiana.
Imagine how much content in Vegas.
From homeless people to, e-bikes to sketch trails to, the Warsaw football game to the meet and greet. I mean, I got a ton of content. Can you imagine, Ronnie the Limo driver's wedding, the kind of content I would get with Richard and Sal and, Baba Booey but there's some things that have transpired that,
Well, why don't you just talk to Ronnie and see who is actually coming to the wedding?
All right. Well, maybe I will.
Okay.
Bubba the Love Sponge.
I listen to Bubba every day.
I just really enjoy the outrageousness of it.
We love him. Couldn't do without him.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Hey, are your ears burning? Because they were talking about you on Howard. Ronnie's super mad at you because you announced on your air that you're not going to the wedding. He goes, when was he going to call me? He says he doesn't need to call now because Howard already told him. He said that he was paying for stuff. I'll send you the clip in a little bit. But, yeah, he was hot. He was hot and bothered about it. He said you never called him, and he was really shocked. And then they did fake Bubba.
Oh, no, Bubba. You're in hot water.
All right. I'm sure I'll get the clip soon.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Thank you, Mario.
Oh, man, that sucks.
Yeah, supposedly they wanted you to call in. I was asking JD.
Hello.
Hey, brother, I was just listening to Howard, and, bro, Ronnie was just about crying, bro.
Call in, Bubba.
And, bro, Howard was breaking it down like, you were the only other celebrity that was going to Ronnie's wedding. He invited Howard and you, and the next closest thing to a celebrity is, he might have, like, high-pitch Eric there or something.
No.
Stuttering John even turned him down.
Yeah, Bubba, this is all from yesterday, too. They didn't even hear today yet.
Bro.
They didn't even hear today
They
yet.
didn't even hear today
Oh,
yet?
this is from...
I just said it about 7 seconds ago.
Hold on. They need to hear today before. Today today might clear it all up, actually. Today will probably end up clearing it all up. So as much
Call
heat.
in.
All right, man. Thank you. No, I'm not calling in, Anna. I'm not.
Live on live?
No.
Fine.
Out of respect to Howard.
Sorry. They just said
Like I don't want to put
I
I don't want to put him in an uncomfortable situation because he doesn't. Lummy, they haven't heard the true explanation. When they hear the true explanation, they may not want me on the air saying that to protect the brand, right? They don't want to say bad things about Don Buchwald, right?
No.
No, and Howard's not going to allow that on his show, and so I'm not going to put him in that predicament.
Okay, sorry.
I'm not going to you understand what I'm saying?
I get it. I didn't realize.
I'm not going to bonsai him. If he had heard today's show and wanted me on, then I'll go on. But I'm not going to throw. That's a huge curveball when you start talking about guys' agents.
Understood.
Hello. See, Anna, that's why I'm an old. That's why I'm an old timer here.
Thank you.
And you're just a young gun.
Young guy.
I'm I'm Bubba Khan. I'm a black belt. And would you at least not call me a black belt in radio?
Oh, with the red stripe.
Yeah, maybe multiples. Hello.
Bubba.
Yeah.
Ronnie's full hot.
Well, Ronnie's full hot based on the information that he knows.
Full hot because you didn't call him.
Ronnie's full hot because he doesn't know the explanation. When he finds out the reason,
called him like you said you were going to the other day.
Oh.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
And that's why he's so hot was because they played a clip of you saying, "Well, I'm going to call Ronnie today," and he never called him, and now he's got to hear it on Howard's show, and he's not happy with you.
Yeah, well, he has every right to feel that way. He does. I messed up. He has every right to feel that way. I messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just saying, brother. He's
all right. Okay, everybody's just saying. I get it. I'm in trouble.
Does anything nice come out of your mouth?
I'm the Messiah. You must pay your sins to me.
L. Ron Bubba wants you to drink the Bubbatology Kool-Aid.
You pay your sins to me. I don't pay my sins to you.
Praying for a miracle.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show returns after these words.
Man, I got heat with everybody today. Ronnie hates me. I think maybe everybody from Howardland hates me. The audience hates me. Think that I did Ronnie dirty and I'm a dick. And
Brian from Philly, $100.
Oh, that helps. That helps.
Brian from Philly helps. Thank
that
you.
Helps. Money helps. Thank you, Brian.
So here's the thing. If they still are upset with me after hearing the clip that you just sent them, Lummy, which is from today's show, I can accept. I mean, I gotta own it. But people are like, call in. I'm like, no, I'm not going to call in because the information that I said would make Howard uncomfortable live on the air. And out of respect to him, and more importantly, his agent, because I speak ill of basically one of the most important men in Howard's life is Don Buchwald. And I do not speak highly of him, and that's the reason why I'm not going. And so that might make Howard feel uncomfortable, and he doesn't want that on the air. If he wants it on the air, I'll call. We can do a call in tomorrow.
JD said that Howard didn't call for you, but because they have Paul Simon on now too.
Exactly.
But Ronnie is upset.
Has Ronnie heard?
No, no.
Okay.
The only person I sent it to was JD.
Okay. Can you tell JD? Make sure Ronnie hears this. And Bubba would like to know his thoughts after hearing the what the explanation is. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right. Do you think you could?
Yeah, me and JD talk the same language.
You do? Stupid
yes.
and slow?
Yes.
So I spoke to Ronnie on 3 o'clock our time Friday. And Ronnie was right on time. I don't know if I was calling him. I was on the grader, actually. Friday afternoon on the grader, and I set you know how you can put an alarm like on your iPhone.
Yeah.
So I put an alarm for 2:55, and so at 2:55 my alarm goes off. So I actually take my grader and put it in the corner. I'm sitting on my grader, but I turn it off, and at 3 o'clock I'm going to call him.
That's great.
I didn't know who was calling who, but I knew that we had made plans to talk at 3. But before I can even, it literally hits 3 o'clock, and I'm getting ready to dial him up, and Ronnie's calling. So I'm like, "Hey, Ronnie, what's up?" And he's like, "Hey, dude." And so I go, let me just start off by saying, Ronnie, I completely messed up. I completely apologize for all of this unnecessary drama. You know, as I certainly know, live radio or spontaneous radio and the high wire that we walk will sometimes get away from us. Sometimes we'll say some stupid stuff that we don't mean or we haven't thought through, and that's the case here. I made this about, this is what I said on it, and I think he liked it. I said, I made this about me when really it's about you and Stephanie. And my feelings and how uncomfortable I may or may not be at your wedding is not an issue that you should have to worry about. And so he said, first of all, I can't say everything he said, but he goes, first of all, the dude that you're worried about's not even going to be there.
Oh, nice.
And he said a few other choice words about that guy. Anyway, he goes, so what's the problem? And Ronnie's being Ronnie, like fully in my face. I go, Ronnie, there is no problem. Let me emphasize to you that I apologize, and I would love to be able to still be allowed to come to your wedding. And he's like, okay, perfect. We'd love to have you. And I said, I appreciate you forgiving me. I said some stupid stuff on the radio and he's like, why don't you just call me? And he's right. I should have just called him instead of aired out my potential issue on the air, which we're all, I mean, Howard or me or guys that do what we do, sometimes we're guilty of that, where we'll just, air out our indifferences or talk about something on the air instead of doing it privately first, then talking about it. Because we're so transparent. Our shows are about our lives. And when somebody asked me about the Ronnie wedding, I just blurted out that I might potentially have a problem with, you guys know how it went. And he knows how it went too. And we got it fixed. And so that being said, I'm going to miss the 12th and the 13th. Now, Anna, don't instantaneously start booking stuff because we were scheduled to work that day. And so I'm going to ask you guys to come in and do a show. And Dan, can you make it on the 13th?
What day does that fall on?
11 and
Friday.
12 or...
Okay.
Right?
No, October 13th is a Friday.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
I'll be in the 13th.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dan, you'll be in. So Lummy, you and Anna got to keep him. There's a certain way to handle Dan.
Of course.
And then, Anna, I don't know. Do you want Brian in on the 12th? I don't think he could. I don't know if he could be able to make it or not.
I'm sure he could make it.
But would it make you're kind of the leader / host here. You're under the board and
let's
like that.
Otherwise, it would just be what Lummy, myself, and Annette.
Let's see if we
Let's get Brian.
Don't forget Macho.
Well, Macho's here, of course.
Well, of course, but I mean on air.
All right,
Since that was forgotten, I'll just take that day off.
Shut up. Quit being a little bitch. Quit being Monica.
Oh.
Being a little negative bitch. I hope they fire her. God, I hope they fire her.
Didn't even ask me about the weekend.
How was your weekend, Macho Man? I heard it sucked. I heard it sucked.
No comment.
I heard it sucked because you got very little time alone, and you were working the boat races for like $14.50 or whatever, some $10.40, because they were doing play-by-play on AM 1040, and you had to be the engineer for all that nonsense, and you really didn't have much of a weekend at all. It's kind of what I heard.
That's correct.
There you go. So I'm leaving on the 12th and probably getting back early on the 15th, but I'll be gone on the 12th and 13th. I gotta see what time the 12th is. Maybe I don't miss that, but I think I do. So Ronnie's cool with me. I completely apologize, as I should. I'm like, listen, this is completely my fault. And he was so gracious and so nice. He was like, dude, I would have never not, and I would have, yes, I want you. I wouldn't have invited you had I not wanted you there. And I'm like, I just kept saying, I'm so sorry, Ronnie. I completely messed up. I was a complete dumbass. I should have just called you. And thank you for forgiving me. So there, how about that?
How about that?
That's all handled.
Fantastic.
There you go.
How do you feel about it?
I feel after I kind of had like a nervous little pit in my stomach.
Oh, of course.
All up until I got to talk to him. And even when I am talking to him, I'm like, I don't know how this is going to go. And he may not even let me come. I love Ronnie. I've been the closest with Ronnie over all. I mean, from the day we got there till now. I've been,
He seems like a dude's dude.
And
down to earth.
I love Fred. I don't know Fred that well. Of course, Howard and Robin. Love them. Robin and I mean, I don't know Robin very much at all. I think I know Howard pretty well. We communicate quite a bit. But Ronnie's like my guy. And it was just a real knee-jerk, stupid stuff thing that I pulled. So, Ronnie, thank you for forgiving me and allowing me to come and be part of your special day. And I'm not going to grab the microphone and say anything inappropriate during your wedding, I promise. When I come back, this dress, this potential, are they going to have a vote on it and make it a law?
Mm-mm.
This potential dress code because of Fetterman, the senator from Pennsylvania, the stroked out Jones. He supposedly doesn't have the ability to put on a jacket and a tie.
He does,
and he wants to wear shorts and like just what. There's no dress code, and they're trying to potentially pass a bill where there's no dress code in the Senate. Now, if you are this is the funny thing about this bill, if you are testifying in front of the Senate, or you are in the Senate chambers as a guest, you have to be appropriately dressed. Women wear dresses, and men wear at least slacks and a sport coat.
And a tie.
Is it a tie, too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, tie.
And a tie.
Which all the assistants have to wear. Everybody but the senators themselves theoretically have to wear a tie.
And so here's what I say. Even my dumbass, who probably wants to even dress more casually than Fetterman, if I was a a U.S. senator, I would comply with the jacket, tie. I'm not going to be comfortable in it, but I'll learn to get used to it.
They make stretchy suits, man. They make stretchy suits look just like normal suits nowadays.
And they're comfortable.
There's absolutely no reason to be uncomfortable in a suit. That giant freaking tumor that was growing on the back of his head, I think he had removed. So he can fit into a suit. He just chooses not to wear one. He's like that 12-year-old spoiled brat kid that just doesn't want to wear his clothes. And so mom lets him go out in the Spider-Man costume every day. It's pathetic.
Well,
these guys have no self-control. They have no sense of honor, dignity, decorum, or tradition.
We'll get into that story next.
Another break.
What happens? Let's go. Really? Let's go.
Another bamboozling.
I mean, it doesn't make you crazy or anything.
Bubba the Love Sponge returns after this.
Just to let you know, I fixed the Ronnie situation.
Okay, yeah. Update, please. What's the deal?
Well, first of all, here is the initial.
Oh, let me say this first thing, and I'm not even trying to drag the Dabblerverse into this, but I think Shuli got invited, and Shuli might not be going.
I could care less about Shuli.
I know, but
I'm worried about myself. I'm worried about myself.
I'm worried about that's what I'm saying. But this is why you can't be a bitch ass. You have to go. Okay, now go ahead. I just want to preface.
Yeah, don't be bitch ass.
All right. Well, this is what we're going to hear. Is when I was a bitch ass, and I'm saying that I was a bitch ass, and I didn't call Ronnie personally and address my concerns. I, like a loudmouth, got on the air, got up in my own head, and said some stuff I probably shouldn't have said. Spontaneous, as well as I do, Alex, that spontaneous content sometimes will get away from you. And
of course,
so
it's gotten away from me a lot.
This is Howard kind of razzing Ronnie that I had made an announcement that I was not going.
You like the idea that there'll be some celebrities.
No, it was nice that he was coming. Yeah, I was happy he was coming. But okay, fine.
But they're talking about me at this point.
Let me know.
I think
these other the other never responded. They can go suck.
Oh,
don't tempt me.
What? Tempt you what?
Let me ask you something.
And you all know who you are.
Oh, Ronnie, I'm going to tell you something. I hear how upset you are. I knew it was going to be you were going to blow a gasket. And
this
dude,
is a blow.
It's not because he's a celebrity. It's because I'm paying for this.
You know, when you invite celebrities, they live in a different world. They're like, oh yeah, it's cool. Okay. I can wait to tell.
Celebrity. Yeah.
Bubba, he's the
But
biggest.
not only that, they can say yes without checking
Hold on. Howard said I'm the biggest celebrity there?
Yeah.
For real?
a calendar.
Right. Oh, I knew Ronnie was going to go
It's the trucks.
monster truck.
Yeah. So, Lummy, we do have monster trucks at the track, but that was scheduled after Ronnie's wedding, and I've already got a hold of my partner at the track, Tom Bean, and he said it's not a problem. Now, I have to go there this weekend and dig. I have to go find all the dirt that they use to make, big ramps and stuff. But I'm going this weekend to do that this weekend so that I can go to Ronnie's wedding. Because I'm going to miss the monster truck show. I'm going to miss it for Ronnie's wedding.
Give me a break.
Is that really racing?
Yeah, what is monster truck, Ronnie? Honestly, what is that?
Those big trucks with the big pickup trucks with the big giant wheels.
Big wheels.
They jump over cars.
And Bubba needs to see monster trucks. He's seen
He's
tons of
got
that.
one scheduled. Yeah.
He's got that.
at his racetrack.
Yeah. Well, so
Bubba Raceway Park.
So you're upset, obviously.
But Alex, this is good for my brand, isn't it? I mean, get
Duh.
As
Keep
you
going.
say,
Keep
not only is
playing.
he
Call me and tell me, what are you getting on the fuck? I don't listen to you.
I told you right away. I was a man about it.
Yeah, it was very nice of you.
He told
There
him
is a
right away.
theory that Bubba's
I'm
not
just saying
going
that
'cause
he
I'm
won't
not
go to
going.
his
That's what
wedding.
someone said.
Yeah, I mean, Howard told him right out of the chute that I'm not going.
Was afraid
Bubba, Howard didn't go to anybody's wedding. I mean, this guy. I know he went to. You're literally the only wedding.
Can you believe that? And you know what? I was just thinking about it a few nights ago. I also attended his wedding, which was ultra exclusive. Super. Sarah Silverman, Chevy Chase, Donald Trump, Leon Black, Billy Joel. I mean, Barbara Walters, the girl from Kelly Ripka. Everybody was there.
A-list. Yeah, but I was just listening to it
I was
the other
there.
day, and I believe Ronnie. I mean, not Ronnie. What is it? Why am I blanking on his name? The guy from Kansas. Why am I? Richard Christie. Yeah, his wedding was in New York City, and Howard still didn't go when he was in town on the weekends. It was in the same city.
Wait,
whatever. Who cares?
Hold on. Bubba, what's on your mind?
Oh, this is a fake Bubba on me?
Yeah.
I love when they do fake Bubba. Isn't imitation the best form of flattery?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Hey, Howard. Hey, listen, Ron. I'm very sorry, buddy. I wanted to call you first. I wanted to tell you I was on the air doing the deal.
Sound like Alex Jones more than it does me, don't you think?
I had to do the deal.
Yes.
Listen, I could send Gene Lasker in my place, get the whole powder coating down there. He can bring one of his girls. Don't have to worry about it. Howard, come on. Ronnie. I was waiting for Howard to go there. Howard decided he's not going to go. I wanted some FaceTime with the big man. Come on, Ron. You understand how it works. You understand the deal, buddy.
See, that's
All right.
Hey,
Thank
dude,
you.
you sound like
That's
you
what
sounds like he
people's-
has COVID.
What's that, Alex?
But see, Bubba, there's truth in comedy. Like that is kind of the impression that you get if by you saying like you don't want to go, even though that's not the case.
I understand. Hold on.
Yeah.
All right, listen, fake.
call
That's
the
fake,
deal.
Bubba. That's fake. Well, I'm sure Bubba will call you today.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, did he go
Wait,
on
no
and say
point now.
what
No
the-
point now. Don't even call now. I already know. Thank you, Howard, for telling me. I don't need him to call me.
I knew it was not going to be good.
Did he have
Yeah.
another explanation, Howard? Did you say he went on, or somebody said he went on the show again today and talked about it?
I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Listen, I know it's a sore spot for Ronnie. I know how he feels. And I'm going to wait for Bubba.
Well, you know how I feel for the wrong reason.
No, I know how you feel. You're putting a lot of thought into this. You had Bubba all set up at his table. You laid down money for guests. I know how you feel. You know what I could do for you? Just tell me if you want this. If you don't, I'm going to announce now that I'm going to the wedding, and then Bubba will be back in.
We'll be back in.
That's right. And then,
That's funny.
And then I
That's
just want
fine.
to show up.
All good.
Nah, I'm sure he has a good reason. I know.
Oh,
Bubba.
I'm
He's-
sure.
Monster
Yeah, I'm
truck.
sure.
Yeah. Monster truck.
trucks.
You know
yeah,
what?
Monster trucks.
I asked somebody. Someone said the monster truck thing is pretty great. So they're big trucks.
But why does Bubba have to be there?
They're doing it his track, I'm assuming.
Yeah, does he have to be there to
Of course.
open the gate?
Of course he does. He's Bubba the Love
Are
Sponge.
you
Down in
kidding?
Tampa, he's got to be there.
He's got to drive you around in his pickup truck. The doors open up when you're going around a curve. You fall out of the truck. Yeah, he's got to be there for that.
There you
All
go.
right, so now this is, I talked to Ronnie Friday, Alex, completely owned it. It was just like, man, I was just, in my own head, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me if I'd still love to come to your wedding if you want me. If I haven't upset you and Stephanie so much, I'd love to come. Just let me know. My airfare, I have everything. I'm ready to go. Will you please let me? I want to go. I'm sorry. And so I think
you went from telling him that you don't want to go to now you have to beg him to go again.
Yeah,
I mean, this is all self-sabotage.
All right. Anyway, you know a lot about that as well.
I do know
What
about
happened with
that.
Bubba?
It's funny because we're the same in that sense. Go ahead.
Here we go.
It is.
What happened with Bubba?
Surprising.
Bubba going or not?
Bubba will be at the wedding.
What? How did that happen? He announced he wasn't going to the wedding.
Bubba called me over. We spoke over the weekend. We had a long
Yeah, I know. Hold on here.
talk, and he explained what the hell was going on with his head. His head was in a bad place, and he apologized, and he's coming.
All right. There you go. I'm happy to hear that.
And I'm glad he's coming.
He
I'm
sounds
sure you
good.
are. I think you were
Emotional.
devastated when you heard he wasn't going to be there.
Who's going to be at Steven Singer's table? Is it going to be Bubba? Maybe
How do
Bubba.
you seat people, yeah.
Yeah. Where do you put Bubba?
Yeah, where do I get a sit?
Steven Singer would be great. If you could get a Steven Singer deal, he's the best there is.
Yeah,
when it
I would
comes to
love. I
deals.
mean, I think Ronnie gets into where I may be sitting, and then he backs off of it real fast.
Yeah,
Listen,
he does, yeah.
With
do
the
I have
Howard
to start-
Stern show? Yeah. Who do you?
I'd like to sit by Sal and Richard. Are they going?
I don't
yeah,
know.
I'm
Are they?
sure they have to go.
Yeah, I'd love to sit by Sal and Richard.
Yeah.
I don't have to sit by Steven Singer. I'll sit by Sal and Richard. Those are my peeps.
Who do you put with Bubba?
Who's at Bubba's table?
Maybe not Gary. I don't want to sit by Gary.
Why are you and Gary not that tight?
No,
like that?
not really. Me and Gary aren't not really that tight. But
Because he was the enforcer before Marcy Turk. He was kind of like that. Yeah,
I can do. Gary. I don't. Gary's my least favorite of the whole thing. I mean, like.
Wow.
Like,
See, I never even knew
like
that.
Ronnie,
Yeah.
Fred, Robin, Sal, Richard. I mean, take Howard out of the equation, of course. But like with regards to outside of Howard, it would be Ronnie, Fred, Robin, Sal, Richard. And then that's it.
That's the main.
I don't like
group.
Benji.
You don't like Benji?
No.
Benji's so funny.
I don't
though.
like Benji.
I know
don't
you'll
like
have
Benji.
it.
Benji's soft. He's soft. And I don't, Gary, I don't have any bad things about Gary. I don't think Gary and I vibe that well.
Yeah, I'm curious.
That's like.
Hold on.
Oh, you got the list. Oh, good. Ronnie's
I
got the
happen
list.
to have the list right here. We were going over it on, because, I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah, he doesn't even want to get into it. Now, where I'm sitting, he doesn't want to get into it. So that's either bad or good. That's either I'm sitting with somebody really, really cool and he doesn't want to announce it, or I'm sitting, back with the caterers in the back. You know what I'm saying?
You're probably with the guy that owns whatever strip clubs that he always goes to. What's that? What's the
I
club?
don't even
Scores
know.
or whatever. You'll probably
Scores, man. Yeah.
Scores, dude, or whatever.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm just glad that he accepted my apology, and I will be there. I won't be there for the Wednesday night. They have a Wednesday night little cocktail function, but I won't be there.
You don't have to go to that. You don't have
No,
to go
but
to
I
Wednesday.
even told Ronnie I can't make it in for that because I'm leaving Thursday after the show, so I don't have to miss as much time. But he's like, okay, perfect. I'll see you. The wedding's Friday, and so I'll be there for that. I got my big boy.
And don't dox it or anything, but I mean, are you staying nearby?
I'm at the host resort.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at the host resort with where everybody's staying, where the wedding's being held.
Well, you need to get some content, but obviously be very respectful of the wedding. I know you know to do that.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, even though he
you're
meant
allowed to
even
take pictures and stuff.
yeah,
of
but
the
here's the
wedding,
deal, though. Even though he,
ruined yours.
I wouldn't say ruined mine, but he let his presence be known. Did he not?
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He sounded emotional describing on the air, saying that you're actually coming to the wedding.
Then that's great. That means our friendship means a lot to him as it does me, and I'm not going to do Ronnie like that. And I just had some preconceived notion about a particular situation. And he's like, dude, that guy ain't going to be here. You ain't got nothing to worry about. You're my friend. And I'm like, you know what, Ronnie? And I use your exact words, Alex, and I got to get going too because I'm running late. But I said, you know what? I made this about myself, and really it's about you and Stephanie, and whatever issues I have shouldn't mean a damn thing to you two, and I made it about myself. So I'm sorry. Like, I used kind of what you told me to say, and I'm like, I'm sorry about that. I was in my own head selfishly thinking about my own self, and this isn't my day, it's your day, and I hope you let me go. And he was like, absolutely, I would love to have you, bud. So it's all going to work out. And it'd probably be opportunity. I'd love to get some great content with me and Sal and Richard and doing some crazy stuff. I mean, I don't know who's all going there, but I can get along with anybody.
Wow. Sal and them all have YouTube channels too. Okay, I know we got to go, but I just want to say this. This year started out as a great deal. I had the Blaze, show, and then.
Is that gone? Is that gone? The Blaze show gone?
No. But I'm saying it started really good at that. But I'm saying then my cat Dusty died, and then kind of going
you lost your mother a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm saying, this past year, what I'm saying is this past year there was some good moments, there were some bad moments, but we have 3 months left in the year, right? So we are in the fourth quarter. So it's time that we can kind of, really correct course, and you going to this can kind of really seal the deal. This will be the big high spot of 2023. So, this is important that we...
I don't know, my new segment that I started on my YouTube channel doing scratch-offs with homeless people seemed to be working pretty good.
People love gambling stuff. People, there's a guy, Vegas, Matt. He makes more money than you and I, and all he does is just put money in the
Scratching with... My new series is called Scratching with the Homies, and I walk up and take 2 $5 scratch-off cards and let them scratch it off, and whatever they win, they win. So that's my new idea.
Well, you're going to be sick when they hit 100K one of these days.
Oh, my God. Can you believe that? Oh, my God. What do you do at that point?
You
get that card back.
Is that what
you get? It's $100.
What you do is as they're scratching them off, you kind of hold them still a little bit while they're scratching them. That way you can do a quick yoke.
Let me tell you this gimmick because we got to go. Okay,
we got to
Texas
go.
Lottery.
Tell me again.
Okay, the Texas State Fair every year is in October. There's a thing, and then one year I was a carnival barker. I was like an MC.
Of course you were.
They have this gimmick where the Texas Lottery, they have like the biggest booth where you can go there, you can spin a wheel and you can win a certain amount of lottery tickets, and they're actual lottery tickets. So I'd be like, come on down, the Texas Lottery Luck Zone, spin the wheel, They would spin. People would go there. They'd work all day, Bubba, at the fair, the Texas State Fair, and they would come and spend their whole paycheck scratching those things all day, wasting their whole paycheck. Because if you look at the back, it says like, oh, it pays 87%. So they would hit, they would hit for 20 or 10. So they were like, it was so addicting. I did it for 1 year. I felt so bad. I was like, I would never work there again. It was even like scummier than a casino.
But can you imagine? So I went and bought $100 worth. I mean, I bought $25 scratch-offs. And if I do this every couple weeks, eventually I'm going to hit a big one. And
of course.
It's just odds. Eventually, I'm going to hit
People hit some.
I might hit a $5,000 or a $2,500 or a $7,500. Bitch, I'm taking that back. I swear to God, I am. I swear to God, I am. All right, listen. Let's talk. Let's talk privately. All right.
We got some stuff to catch up on. All right.
All right, buddy. Bye. See you.
Your modern-day redneck solution to old-fashioned government-controlled radio.
Diabolic mind control.
It's Bubba the Love Sponge.